touchdown.
Touchdown, Ravens.
So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On second down, here's Henry. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
6 yards.
Back to throw.
Third down.
And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Down pass.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
His kick is...
Well, he had the big run to get down there, so you got to let him finish it off, don't you?
I think so, but what I liked even more, the fact that he wanted to finish it off. How many times have we seen a guy break off a big run, and we see that universal sign where he's tapping his helmet to get me out of the game? No! Stay out on the field and enjoy the benefits of the success you created.
And he hits pay dirt because of it.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot. Downfield, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Over 1st and 10.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. but they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Prescott to throw this time. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back up.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Montez Sweat brought him down. A gain of 3 yards.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th and goal.
Now Prescott on 4th down. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, he scored on the ground and through the air. And this offense is running away with this one. Parkey with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
At the 19-yard line.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Bengals' 19-yard line.
Uses the stiff arm. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Flush to his right. He gets it to Brown, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Again, it'll be Taylor. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Taylor, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Set to kick off.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The 44-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he's got a Bengals first down. His good running gets him to about the 44. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown.
touchdown, Ravens.
Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick-6s from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick-6s in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.